Welcome back, friends. I am Mellowseven. This is Football Manager 2018, and we are at VÍDIR in Iceland. We had a couple options. We had a team in Sweden that also gave us a go, and I decided to use the last of the scouting money before we quit officially in Lean to kind of do a quick search. And neither team, I'll be honest, looked spectacular. VÍDIR was willing to pay me a little bit more money, and the other team was Swedish, and I've coached in Sweden in another save. And so I decided that I'd go for Iceland. Iceland's a slightly higher ranked league as well. Don't know if that's going to matter as much, but we'll give it a go. So it did say their finances were okay. Finances are, they're not okay. They were, I guess, at the time, right? You know, when we were looking for a job. They've dropped a little bit, despite the fact I'm spending, a quarter of our payroll, and it does say I had an original budget of $69,000. I'm not sure I actually spent that. Let's take a look at the squad we have right now. And as you can see, we have some potential, but we don't have a huge amount of ability. Our best, in theory, players are this group right here. But you're going to see that despite that number of stars, they're not really helping us out as much as you think they are. So, we have done a lot of work to get this team to this point. And again, it's very, very hard to get players to play for a lower league team in Iceland. That was the hardest thing, was just finding players that were bad enough that wanted to play for us, but still good enough to be an improvement over what we had. Now, initially, these players were all just skyrocketed off the 5, because I had players with a half star, and we've shuffled some people around. You can see how young we are, right? There's a 27-year-old, a 29-year-old, and a 29, 26, 31 there. But, there's a number of 17-year-olds that are going to get some play in here. And I'm about to sneeze. I just know I am. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look at the transfer. You can see some of the work we did here. We've sold one guy. Just the one guy. He was a half-star, current half-star potential. That was it. He was brave. Good leadership, but those technicals were about, they were about average to what we had. We had, I think, 9 players when we got here initially. Or not 9, but I think we had 2 or 3 beyond the starting 11. So we had very few players. Now I think we've got, before we sold him, I think we had 12. So we've picked up a couple. So some of these are players that we, I guess I did spend some money, that we got via our head of youth development. He's been bringing in people as well for the future of the youth team. Some of these I've paid money for. So you can see here we paid money for Volson. He's a striker. We desperately needed strikers. He only has a finishing of 11. That's the best finishing I could get. I couldn't get strikers to come for love nor money. I promised him home cooking too, but they wouldn't come. So finishing with 11, that's what we have. His composure's 9. He does have decent off the ball and flair. Fingers crossed that one player is going to be enough to get us some goals. And he's not terribly slow for our level. And he does do teamwork. He's a decent player. So we paid money for him. We paid a lot of money for Gunnar here. He's going to be a midfield left. Good acceleration, good agility, leadership, teamwork. I'm not really sure that he's worth the 40 grand that we paid, but that's the type of... We paid that for this player. That just gives you an idea. He's got a crossing of 10 and he's fast. That's essentially it. His off the ball is 3. He has no real flair to speak of. His passing's 8. His technique's 10. He's not terrible. For our team, he's pretty good. But yeah. We paid money for Gunnar here. And again, we've got a little bit of acceleration and pace. He has good crossing. He's also going to play on the left, and he's got some flair. So, probably, even though we paid a lot more money for here, I don't know. And they're both named Gunnar, so this is going to be really, really confusing. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to come up with some nicknames first of all. We've got Guthmundsson and Sigurðsvinsson. Sigurðsvinsson. We'll have to come up with something, but that's gonna be difficult. Let's see, we bought in Bob. I know he's here for us. Again, some pace, some flair, some leadership. He's gonna be a backup striker. Did we bring Thorson in? Thor Aronson. There we go. Yes, 15 passing. This is going to be probably our starting midfielder. Again, he's got decent passing and some vision. That's the extent of it. Okay. Well, is he defender? Okay, we brought him in to help on the defense. Some acceleration, a little bit of pace. Mentals are good for our level. Technicals 8, 7, and 6 for heading, marking, tackling. Not spectacular, but again, we're just going to have to live with it. We paid money for Sindri here. He's going to be our new starting goalkeeper. 8, 7, 4 are not 3 numbers you want to see at the top for your starting goaltender, but he is an improvement to what we had. And he'd come here. That's the extent of it. Probably because of the slack personality. People didn't really want him, but he does have decent handling. His reflexes are okay. And he's brave, and he has teamwork. So we'll see. There's not all bad there. Kari Snorenson was the last one we brought in. Again, for defensive. He's going to be, again, one of our starting defensive centers. 10, 9, 9 for heading, marking, tackling. Positioning's 8. Decent teamwork. He's brave, determined. He's not fast, but he's not dirt slow either, and he's got natural fitness. So that's kind of the big names, and like I say, you'll see how it is here. We've got a couple players out. Defensive right, this is going to be our defensive right fullback here. And he has been out since the first game, and he's going to be out for a little bit longer, but that's who's actually going to plug in here. And this is going to be maybe our starting right, mid-right. I don't know. I think we might just... Is it here? Who's the right winger we had that had crossing? Not him. He's retiring. Somewhere in here I have a right winger that can cross, right? Didn't we just talk about that? They had a crossing of 10. Where is he? Is he already in there playing another position? First touch of 10. It's not him there, right? No, he's got a first touch of 10. What the heck? I'm so confused now. I could have sworn I said we brought in as the goalkeeper. Crossing of 11. Midfielder. Oh, he's on the left. He's on the left. So we've got 2 left fielders that can cross, no right fingers. There's 2 Gunners on the left. That's what it is. All right. We figured that out. So we've got Gunnar Gudmundsson in right now on the left, 17 years old. Crossing of 10. And that means we've got Gunnar Sigurdsveinsson over here, also 17 years, crossing of 11. He's got flair. He's got leadership. And his flair is not terrible. We're going to give it a go this way. I think I had to promise him key player. So he probably will be the key player. Just my indecision, and he's a hot prospect. So we do need some nicknames for some of these people, because otherwise I'm going to be lost. Let's see. What else do we have going on right now? Let's check the inbox before we come up with nicknames. Oh, you know what we need to do? This one we need to take a look at. Okay, right now, our vice captain is Milan-tastic, our striker. So let's take a look at Milan. You will see that Milan's leadership is 8. His teamwork is 8. Every time I've asked him to do something as the vice captain, welcome a team player, he says, no, why don't you ask somebody else to do it? Every time I try to get a contract signed with him, he demands to be made the team captain. But he won't even do any of the team captain stuff. And I don't know, let's check the dynamics real fast. We're kind of all over the place. Match cohesion's a little poor, but look at that. Look at that. That's why we went to a lower league, kind of. It was more of a sideways run, to be fair, at this point, but still. And you can see he is considered a team leader, but he won't do any team leader stuff. And I'm really worried about taking his vice captaincy away from him because he's a team leader, and I don't want to piss off the whole team. But at the other hand, he won't do any team leader stuff. So I'm a little bit torn on that. Who did they want to do it? Inbox. Yokel Peterson. Our attacking midfielder. Okay. What's his leadership? His leadership is 16 and his teamwork is 16. I think we have to do it, but I think he's going to be pissed. I think this is our first issue. So let's just bite the bullet there. Let's take a look at tactics. I don't think we have anybody that can do anything, but let's take a look at our, nope, we don't. Not a thing. You can see Milan can do corners, but he's our striker, so we're not really going to take him out there to do corners. He can do free kicks, though, so we may as well run him over here to do some free kicks. I guess we'll put him on all of them, even if there's not a chance of a shot, because it's a pretty sharp drop-off after that. And I don't even think it's worth picking somebody to do corners. So, I know this is a bit of a drop from the players we had at Lean. But I'm getting paid more, and I have already started a, somewhere it should tell us. I've started a profile maybe? Studying for national aid license. I've started a course. They're paying for it, so yay us. And our contract, $325 per week, which is, if I can find my calculator, calc, I know you can't see this, I'm sorry. What did I say? 325, 325. I don't know why people like this per week thing. I want to know how much I'm making per year. Times 52. We're up to almost $17,000 a year. Up from what, 12,400 or whatever we're making at Lean. So, yay us. Okay. Tactics. This is our tactic. I'll show you why. First of all, our tactic is this because these were the only players I had when we started. And we had no depth, so this is what we ran. Team comparison here. Let's show you what we got here. So, general, okay, we're a little shorter. We're a little skinnier. We make a little less money. We should make a little less money. No international caps. Everybody's available more or less. All positions here. Okay, we're beginning to see some problems here. Decisions and first touch. A little bit low. Strength's not spectacular either. Goalkeepers. Well, we just signed this guy for the last game, so this has improved dramatically. It wasn't even this good a little while ago. But our kicking is terrible. Does that mean maybe we need to do throwing? He has decent throwing. Right now I have him kicking to the left wing, but we may want to throw it instead. Okay, defense. We have vastly upgraded our defense, and it's still this bad. We still can't mark. We're weak, and we can't tackle. So no tackling, no marking, and we're weak. You know, our acceleration is okay. Our positioning isn't terrible. We can jump and we can head. So I'm praying that's enough. Midfield. We've got great teamwork. We've got a little bit of vision. And our passing isn't complete garbage. But it's not great either. We can't tackle. We have no technique. And we make bad decisions. Attacking. We're fast. And we've got good anticipation. Our finishing, though, is substandard. We're higher than average, but a 6.67 for long shot still isn't going to score a lot of goals. And we'll be back in a minute. That's our strikers. We have a little bit of speed. We have a little bit of long shot. We can jump, kind of. So maybe we're going to want to float some headers in. We'll have to see how we want to play with that. Individually, we're not... we maybe can compete. But you can see here, physicals, you know, a couple times we touch. Fitness isn't going to help us a lot in individual games. Not good. So while the forwards rank high in the league, and we are slightly higher than that as a team, I'm assuming this is everybody else's defense. Yeah, probably. Mentals, no anticipation, not brave. No composure, no off the ball, no concentration, bad decisions, and low determination. Vision's also not spectacular, and neither is position. So, technical, it's even worse. When we started, it was blue across the bottom here. We were the worst player all the way up to marking. So what we've done with this tactic then is we used the players we had, and this is essentially the players we had. We brought in Valson. We had another striker at the time who is now our backup striker down here somewhere. Balder? No, I think we moved him to the under 19s. As far as team instructions go, we're playing counter. We're clearing the ball to the flanks. We're going to try to work the ball in the box. We're going to mark tightly, get stuck in, close down more. We're going to prevent short goalkeeper distribution. We're going to try to force them into a mistake. Our marking isn't spectacular for our defense, but everybody else, it's okay compared to the rest of the league. So that's our plan. We're not going to do anything too crazy with our passes. Our passing isn't good. Our vision's not spectacular. I don't want to risk playing out the defense. So we're just going to clear it out to the flanks, and then we're going to try to work it in with superior numbers at the top. And if they touch it, closing down and marking from our forward players, hopefully is going to create some mistakes, and we'll get some goals. That's my plan. Let's hit OK on that. Let's go back here since we now know that his kicking is garbage. Let's throw it long, and we'll try to distribute to a playmaker. No. There. Let's just throw it long. Just distribute quickly, throw it out. I'm not going to worry about where it goes at this point. We just want to get rid of it, and that's his best option. So that's our team. We need to come up with some nicknames, I think, because like I say, there's a lot of these. Tasic's pretty easy. Vilhjalmur, Ingi, Ottesen. We're just going to go with Ingi. He looks like an Ingi to me. Bam. There we go. That is enough nicknames for us, I think. I'm going to hit continue. We will be back with the match. So quick look at our the strength that we have right now going on. Right side is by far the weakest. This guy is better than this guy, I think. Left side should be stronger for us just in general. We'll let the assistant coach do that. Weaker side, okay. I assume that means we're actually issuing that as an opposition instruction. Or he's planning on it. Oh, we're still scouting Sindri. He's on the team now, but we're just getting around to scouting. That was nice. And same with Kari. I tried, but we had a game coming up. I had to sign people. I couldn't just keep waiting. So we Magnuson was somebody else I wanted. The biggest problem is that everybody that they want you to scout is in another country. See? And so you can't actually look at any of them. Balder Magnuson. He's supposedly ours. Oh yeah, no, we can't sell him. Nope. And we accepted him? Does he not have a contract? Is he on a youth contract or something? We may have just lost our backup striker. Oh well, is what it is. Okay, so Victor's capable but probably shouldn't be playing. Runerson's capable but probably shouldn't be playing. So Victor's in there for the moment. And he's also on an amateur contract. I think we need to get him a contract as well. Offer new contract, full-time, finalize, exit. Let's get that done. We can't afford to lose, and we have so fewer players. Now, Ori is going to retire at the end. I'm just going to let him go. I don't think anybody's going to try to steal him from us. If we lose him, we lose him. It's just the risk. Forgotten what the heck we were talking about as far as that. So Victor, Runerson, and Jonas. Victor's not in. Runerson is. I mean, I suppose for this match we could put Greta in. But you're also on an amateur contract. We need to fix that. I can't. Oh, Runerson's retired. Could have sworn he was playing for us. But I guess he doesn't want anything else. So, let's go ahead, take a look at what we've got. I'm going to save really fast, and we'll be right back. Well, as I sit here and read this as it was saving, it says 4-4-2 is the source of their problems. They concede an average of 11 more chances than their opponents while playing it. So hopefully they're going to play a 4-4-2. All right, we got the natty blue and white stripes. That's funny because we're natty sparer nufla geeth Vither. As far as I can tell, this just means the football team from Vither, which is interesting because we're not actually in Vither. It's just the name of the team. So, interestingly enough, so we'll live with that though. So let's go ahead and that's all we got. The other interesting thing is it told me that in the rules for the league that we were only allowed 5 subs, but it's allowing me to have 7. So somewhere that's messed up, but we'll go with it. We'll take advantage of it. Set opposite. Oops. Just what about show everybody onto their worst foot? Now he's like, no, just tightly mark it. We're already tightly marking. Doing that, and we're not very good at it anyway. I would rather not add marking with our defenders. They aren't very good at it. I think we're just going to show. Let's see, how many of these people have a left only, right, left only. So MCL and this guy. Let's show onto their weaker foot. This one? No, MCL. Right. Either. There we go. That's fine. Okay. So let's hit OK on that. This is it. I think that's it. Let's just go ahead and go out there and see what we can do. I don't expect good. What we're looking for is essentially, let's make sure we got all our settings here correct. I'm going to knock that down 1. Key highlights. We're going to show a replay. Back up a little bit so we can see the side there, and let's see if we can get league table down here. We only have the 8 teams. We're supposed to be top half, I think, but we're predicted to be like 6th. But there's only 8 teams, so that's not terrible. All right, local yokel feeds it up to Volson. Volson's got it. He's running down the side. He takes the shot. I wish he would have hung on just a little while longer. It looked like we had Tasic probably charging up the middle there. Maybe he would have broke free. We could have got across to him, but that's okay. He is the only one with any finishing on the team, so I guess I shouldn't complain about him taking a shot. We're doing okay so far. 2 shots, both on target, with a half chance. Now picked up a long shot in there somewhere. It's better than nothing. Looks like most of the game so far has been us kind of just on our side. Well, back and forth it looks like. I'm guessing that has to do a lot with our marking and our closing down as it's going to be difficult to run across the middle. Oh, that was not good. That was not good at all. Sigurdsson boots it far up for Saverson. Are we going to get people in front of him? We do. I think we kicked that wide for the corner. So, unlike with Lean, getting corners isn't a big deal for us because we suck at it. So there's not really... We can't just play defense and pray that we can get some goals on set pieces because that's not going to happen. Like I say, I think we just have to capitalize on mistakes. We have to try to push the other team into a mistake and pray we do something with them. And that's it. That's all I got. We'll see. Like I say, we have some individual people that have a little bit of flair, can create, but as a team, we're pretty poor at creating chances. So Tasic has it. That was a horrible. I don't even know what he was trying to do there. He just kicked it in the front of a opposing player. There was nobody up there. Was he trying to? I mean, was it a goal shot from back there? It didn't count as one, but there was nobody to pass to. He was the farthest forward. So the problem is we're going to make our own mistakes, and if the other team jumps on those, we're in a lot of trouble as well. So I don't know. Oscarsson. Magnuson boots it way up. Sigurdsson did a good job of staying onside. Comes charged down. Not much we can do about that. We had 3 defenders all chasing him. And that's it. We're down 1-0. 4 shots, though. 2 on target. We have... Well, they've got a clear and a half chance. We've got 2 half chances. We actually are leading in possession, which surprises me a little bit. Passes completed is not terrible. Let's see, can we get something? Gunnar feeds it in. Oh, Runersson was there. He got a head on it, and then it just got cleared way out. So we are leading in shots. Percentage-wise, 50% on target's not terrible. And we are doing better with our passes, but we're just not quite getting there. So dressing room, things haven't gone right. I think that's probably close enough. And I'm going to knock us up a little bit. I'm going to knock us up to control. Let's see what happens. Thoralson had it, lost it, hung onto it for half a second, just long enough for the camera to go away from him. Looks like we're spending a lot of time getting set up. Not a lot of time running across, but there we go. Oh, no, it's going the other direction. Oh, that's going to be dangerous. Oh, my gosh. Alexanderson manages to put that one away after a header by Iceland got dropped right at his feet. And we're down 2-0, just like that to Selfoss. So head on it, back over. Frustrating. I said we've got 3 half chances and a clear cut. This is a pretty even match, but we're down 2-0, and I just don't believe we have what it takes to come back from something like that. 3-0. 3-0. Own goal. We definitely don't have what it takes to come back, but we're just going to go overload anyway. Oh, yeah, he came over and just headed it in directly. Like it was a scoring chance for him. There was no even close to attempt to hit it the other way. He just said, I'm just going to put it right into the goal. All right, local Yokel feeds it up to Tasic. Tasic just passes it over to Balderson. This is going to be a long season, guys. Decent chance we get fired here. Probably better than decent chance we get fired here. The team is in fairly serious financial troubles, though we saw. Look at that, just takes it away from him. They did just get promoted, and that's part of it. I think probably a more realistic expectation for this team was just to hang on to not get relegated. So we'll see. If we can not get relegated, I think we've done a good job here. But that's not what the board wants. So we'll see. I mean, you saw the number of players we had to bring in just to get us to this level. You didn't see the number of players that refused to come. That was even longer. It was a hard season. One of the reasons to be honest, I took this rather than the Swedish team was because the Swedish team didn't start play till April, and it was 4 more months of hitting click, 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 and waiting for 6 minutes a day to roll by. Because we had so many leagues turned on while we were job hunting. Well, while I was job hunting, that it was it's so slow. I've turned off a bunch of them. Come on, Gunnar. Oh, we almost got an own goal. We almost did. It would have been so nice to get something. Just a garbage time goal. It would have been great. But they had 3 clear-cut chances. We've had 4 half chances. We have created chances. We've controlled possession. Our passing's been better. They've had a slight advantage in tackles. We haven't played terribly. We're just losing badly. which is unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And there's no horrible numbers here. There's a 6-2 in there. But, you know, this wasn't a terrible. I'm going to say that for now. And to some extent, and we picked up 3 yellows in the middle of that too. You know, we got a couple key players out. We're just going to have to keep our fingers crossed that we can come back into this. We'll wait for this to finish here, and then we'll look to see if Selfoss is supposed to be any good or not. You know, it's entirely possible that we're an evenly matched team. They just have a little bit of finishing that we clearly do not have. We now retain 0%. That's to be expected. But that's fine. We still have money there if we really wanted to use some. And we've got nobody to sell. So I don't know what I don't even know what the point of that was. What was I going to look at? I was going to go home, squad. Icelandic First Division. First of all, let me show you this. 5 subs named. We had 7. So bottom 2 teams are relegated. So we have to get 6 to not get relegated. And season preview puts us at 11th. Oh, this is a League Cup. Oh, thank God. I didn't even notice that. So this is Icelandic League Cup, and I can't be outclassed. I think losing 3-0 is outclassed, but that's something. So where's Selfoss? But they're the other team that got promoted with us. So yeah, so they're not very good either. I don't know if you guys can hear that. The dogs are going crazy out there playing. So that's it. That's our first. That's the team, guys. Man, it's going to be hard. He's still got 3 to 7 weeks of rehabilitation left. Rehabilitation. That's how bad this injury was. He's going to be out for potentially 3 weeks as well. So it might be a while before we get our right side back. And I'm not sure that it's worth really dreaming about that, to be fair. Man. Yeah, he plays left. He plays... Well, what we could do, marginally better, what if we move him here and we put him there? I mean, it's a 1-star improvement. I think we should change his name. He needs a nickname. We're just going to go Markin. There we go. Yeah. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. We will be back for some more games here till they fire us. It might not take very long. So, hope you keep coming back for them. Don't forget to subscribe. Thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you hate it. What do you think about the team? What do you think my chances are of surviving? Let me know down below, and we will see you next time. Cheers.